To our Heroes project. We're going to be using a program called Adobe Photoshop. And once you're ready to start this project, we're going to need to have Photoshop open. That's at the bottom here. That's that letter PS. You'll need to click on that and log in. Here's an example of my project that I did for my Heroes project. I picked a fun cathedral background and I put some of my favorite people into the background here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different heroes in mine. What I would like everyone to do is try to get 10 in there. You can do 10 or more. I ended up going with 12. So that's what my project ended up looking like. Now let's start yours from scratch and see how we can do it. To begin, what I'd like you to do is go down to the bottom and you can pick Google Chrome or you can pick Safari, either one. So I'm going to open up Safari here, and to begin with, I'm going to put in this website. It's called Unsplash, unsplash.com, and Unsplash is a photography website that's something called royalty free, where you can search images and you can use them for your art projects. And there's a couple different options up here: nature, architecture. And when you find a picture that you like, I want you to scroll through and see something cool that would be a nice background for your heroes project. Where are your heroes going to be? Where can we put them? Let's give them an environment where they can be. Oh, this one's cool. So we're going to click on this, and once we click on it, you'll notice it says download free. So we're going to download it for free up here in the corner, and hopefully it downloads for us. We're going to see if it does here. So I'm going to take my mouse and go down here to this little smiley face at the bottom called the Finder. I'm going to click on that, and that's all my documents. Yep, there it is. So I'm going to click. You can click over here on the left. It should pop up under Recents right here, or it should pop up under Downloads. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to click right on it and drag it down like this. Hold the mouse and drag it all the way down to PS, to Photoshop, right down here, and it should launch automatically in Photoshop like that. I'll do that one more time for you. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to click on my Finder. This is just repeating what I just did. I'm going to take my photo. It's in my Downloads or my Recents folder. I'm going to take it and drag it down to the icon here, and it should pop right open in Photoshop. There it is. Now you'll notice in Photoshop I have two different tabs. I have mine, and then I have this one open as well. And here we go. Here's our image. And now what we want to do is start finding pictures of our different heroes that we want to put in it, and we want to take them and drag them into our image and put them in. So let's go back to Safari again. We don't need Unsplash anymore. I'm going to do a Google search. I'm going to type in my buddy Josh Allen. I'm going to type him in and do a search. And once I get here, what I want to do is click on images so we can find images of Josh Allen. What I like to do under Google Images is I like to roll my mouse over and see the set of numbers underneath. And you'll notice that the numbers are pretty high. If it's anywhere around 900 to 1,000, that's going to be a pretty good one to choose. So this one's 1,000 by 600, so that's great. I'm going to click on it once, and then I'm going to find this. This is the picture I want to drag in. Not the small thumbnail, but the bigger one. So I'm going to take my window and pull my mouse to the edge. And what I'm going to do is try to make my browser window, and wait for it to get the double mouse here, or I'm going to go down in the corner, and I'm going to shrink this down a little bit like this so I can move it over, take my picture of Josh Allen and drag it right in and release. Drag it in and release. There we go. Once it's in, we want to click on this top tool on the toolbar. That's our move tool right on the top. And if you don't have these white boxes around the top, you're going to want to click this box that says Show Transform Controls. And then what I'm going to do is click on the corner, not the edge, because that'll, actually the edge does work too. So what we're going to do is click in there and we're going to drag it and make it bigger like this. And notice that it's all pixelated. It has all those bricks and blocks in it. That's going to go away as soon as you hit return or enter or double click. So I'm going to do that now. And it should clear up for me. There we go. Great. It clears up. Now what we want to do is get rid of our background. We want to get rid of that. Now normally you'd think to erase it, but there's a really easy shortcut that you can do here. I want you to take your mouse and go over to the toolbar here on the left and go to the tool. It's 4 down. It's called Quick Select. and it looks like a paintbrush with a little lasso around it. I want you to click on that. And then what that's going to do is let us auto select this thing. Now if we look up at the top menu, look where my mouse is circling around, we want the one that says select subject. Click it. Once you click it, it's going to load for a minute and it should just select Josh Allen for us, separate from the background. Let's see if it does it. Let's wait and see. Sometimes it takes a minute. And what's happening is Photoshop is analyzing what's a person, what's the background. So hopefully it recognizes, yep, it did. So you see around the outside, these are called marching ants. That's what they call them. They're not actually ants, but it's telling us where it's currently selected. Now this is the great part. We're going to pop out that background. So we're going to take our mouse now and we're going to move over here on this side. And you're going to see that we have some different layers. We have our background layer and we have layer 1. I'm actually going to go over to layer 1 right now and I'm going to double click on layer 1 and I'm going to type in Josh. I'm going to label it just so I know that's my Josh layer right there. If this happens and you double click and something accidentally right on the words, and then we have it selected still, hopefully. If you don't, you repeat your steps. You go here to quick select, over to layers, and we look at Josh, and we want to get rid of the background around him, not the background back here. So I'm going to go move my mouse down, right down. That looks like the Japanese flag. Almost looks like a camera, but it's called a mask. We're going to click on that. Josh. Now it's still there, but if we look here, you can see there's black around the outside of the white. It's still there, and if I click these eyeballs, it's going to show us that we have 2 separate layers. Josh, if I hit the eyeball, he's still there. We're just hiding him. The eye means visible or invisible, so we'll keep Josh there. And you can see here, if I turn off the background, if I click that eyeball, you're going to see this checkerboard. Checkerboard just means empty, means there's nothing there at all. So then we're going to repeat these steps and we're going to bring in another person. Josh looks good right here, but if I want to move him, we go up to the top of the toolbar and we click on that move tool again and we can move him around. You can put him here, and if I move my mouse outside of the corner of those boxes, we can actually rotate him. So if we want him coming down from the top here, we can do this. We can make him popping down from the top. Now I don't want to do that. I don't want him coming down from the top. So what I want to show you is this. This is the history. If your history isn't open, you can go up here to Window, pull down until you see the word History, click on it, and what history is, I'm going to open this window a little bit more. It lets me go back in time to see what I've done so far. If I made a mistake, I can go back to where I wanted to be. Actually, this is good. I can go right from here, and I can start from here. But you'll notice I made all these other changes, but as soon as I move him again, watch what happens in the history. All that other history goes away, and that's okay. It's right where we want him to be, no big deal. Now we need to repeat the steps, and what we need to do is find another image. So let's go back to the internet. Right now we have Josh Allen, and what I'm going to pick is one of my favorite artists. We're going to do Andy Warhol photo because it's going to bring up Andy Warhol's, it's going to bring up Andy Warhol's artwork if I don't do Andy Warhol photo. Go. I'm going to hit images, and then what I'm looking for is one that is a larger number here. I want a bigger number, so let's see, better quality picture. Let's see, this one I kind of like. It's not super high numbers, it's 500 by 688, but I kind of like that one. That would be nice in the bottom corner. So I'm going to take this picture, not the thumbnail, but the bigger one, click and drag it over to Photoshop and release. Now I'm going to drag to make it a little bigger. It's blurry, so I just double click or click return and enter. Drag him down into the corner. He's going to be down here. And then I'm going to repeat my steps. I need to go up here to quick select. Click on that. Then I move my mouse up to the top to select subject. And it should hopefully select Andy for me. Andy will be selected here in a second. Let's see how it looks. Yep, Andy looks good. He is selected. Move my mouse over here. Double click on layer 1 just on the words and call that one Andy so I know that's Andy, and click and hit enter. And then I'm going to move my mouse down and I'm going to click on this one. It's called our mask tool. That's the one that looks like the Japanese flag, and boom, it gets rid of the background. And what you're going to do is repeat these steps until you have copy and pasted at least 10 different people in the background, and they look great. Once they're done, they look really, really fantastic. You can move them around, put them up in the air, have people in the sky, people upside down. But the most important thing is this: when you're done, you need to go to File, Save As, and here's why. When we save as, it's still the name right now of that file that we downloaded from Unsplash. So we need to change it to our name. So I'm going to type in Mr. A and .psd. PSD stands for Photoshop document. So the PSD is good. We can save it as that. And save it where you want. Downloads, desktop, it's up to you. I like it in my downloads. So I hit save. And what will happen up here, yep, you'll see maximize compatibility. Just hit OK, ignore that menu. And what you're going to see up here is this changes now. Now it's just called Mr. A. If I switch to this one, you can see we have all of our people nicely arranged. They're not overlapping. If they're close up, they're really big. If they're far away, they're really small. People jumping over other people. It's going to be great. I'd like you to at least drag in 10 different ones. You can do more than 10. But that's going to be our Photoshop assignment. And don't forget to save at the end. Thanks for watching.